Hey everybody, it's Squeakerwood HCG coming to you on Friday afternoon. It is 3:30. Just want to come in really quickly. I had a thought. Still no weight. And I am on day 60. I'm post-op for my tummy tuck on day 60. So 2 months out tomorrow. It's exactly 2 months. So that's kind of crazy. The time's just whizzing on by. But I was watching Fluffynomo, and this was my thought that came in my head. I made a little comment on hers, and it is absolutely nothing about Miss Fluffy because I just love Miss Fluffy to pieces. So, but I was thinking whenever she was talking about being in her comfort zone as far as number-wise, and I thought that made me think, am I in my comfort zone? What is on my shirt here? What is my comfort zone? And I thought, okay, for all of us that are choosing not to weigh, what is our comfort zone? That makes it kind of hard, doesn't it, whenever you don't know the number? So just say that you had to go without scales just say we had to go without scales where you had no access whatsoever for 6 months. That would be a challenge, wouldn't it? To see if me, can remain comfortable in the comfort zone of our own selves without a number. How would you know if you were comfortable? How would I know if I were comfortable? Because you know what? Whenever you don't weigh, and I haven't weighed for, what did I say yesterday, 6 weeks, it makes me very uncomfortable because I don't know the number. Am I comfortable in my skin? I am. My legs, my thighs are poofy. I've never had big legs in my entire life, but my upper thighs are real puffy, and everybody says it's just fluid. It'll go away. It's part of the tummy tuck thing because I wear compression all the time. So it happens, and it makes me uncomfortable because I think, am I too heavy? Have I gained weight? Have I this? Have I that? Yeah. And isn't it crazy? It is over a scale and a number. Now, in saying that, because whenever I used to hear people say, I'm not going to weigh, I told you this the other day. I thought it was crazy. It's like, are you serious? You're not going to weigh. You're going to diet and you're not going to weigh. You're going to try to maintain and you're not going to weigh. Is that insane stuff? But then I think, okay, do my clothes fit? How do I feel in my skin? If I feel uncomfortable in my skin, what do you do about it? Do you cut back a little bit the next day? Do you still try to manipulate the unknown? I don't want to weigh 200 pounds again. I don't want to weigh 220. I don't want to weigh 215. I don't. But how do I know where to be comfortable? When I heard Fluffy talking about that, I thought, and like I said, it's not about her at all, but I was thinking about that in myself. Where am I comfortable? Am I comfortable at 130 pounds, or am I comfortable where I am? And that is hard to be because I think about, when I was binging and purging every day, several times a day, I would eat, puke, and I was ashamed of that, but I did it all the time, and I was fat while I did it because I had to manipulate I wanted to eat, but I had to manipulate that. I had to purge it out. I had to get it out because I thought it was going to make me not skinny, but I thought, at least I didn't take in all the calories that I should have because, I took in probably 4 times that amount. So instead of 5,000 or instead of 10,000 calories, maybe I only took in 8, But there's always a manipulation, right? There's always a manipulation when we have to be at the number because I've got to get in that zone. And then Fluffy said, made a comment back to me and said, I want to get to that place. But truly, how do we get to that place of being comfortable in our skin and knowing our bodies, knowing, you know what, I feel like I've put on a little bit. I need to, what do? You know, we cut back, we do whatever. But, you know, whenever I know the number, then I have to do all sorts of things to get it back down. I have to take a laxative. I have to drink more water. I have to eat less, or I have to, tomorrow I'm not going to eat salt. You know, is that just part of life? You know, it's just a question. And like I said, I'm not by any means trying to point my finger at anybody, myself, any of you. It's just a question. It's a food for thought, you know, is how do we get off the roller coaster of dieting? You know, because that's the goal for myself is, you know, I know HCG works. I know that I can use it, but how do I get off the roller coaster? How do I trust myself? You know, there's people that have got to their goals. They've made it, and they're able to, you know, every once in a while. I know even Robin, every once in a while, if there's a birthday party, she'll cut back on her dinner so she can have a small piece of cake. Or, you know, it's a balancing act in there. So I don't overindulge on lunch and then overindulge on dinner and then eat dessert. I have to play this balance in order to not gain. I have to listen to my body. I have to eat to hunger. What does that mean? And, you know, we can say it. And how many times have I said it? I've said it almost since the beginning of whenever I started HCG. But what does it mean whenever I eat to hunger? Is it, you know, do I know when to stop? Do I know when, you know, can I go all day and not eat anything? Well, if I'm not hungry, then I don't. But whenever the evening comes and I put that first bite of food in my mouth, then is it a trigger in my mind that says I'm hungry, I got to eat more and more and more? Or do I wait, stop, listen, learning to listen to our bodies, learning to get to that point to me, because I've always played the diet game. I've always played the game. I've always, you know, lost the weight, and then I have to go into the cycle of binging again and purging again. And that is with diets or whatever. I deprive myself, but at some point then I say, oh, I can't deprive myself. I need the cake, and I'll eat the whole cake, or I'll eat the whole bag of chips, and I'll eat it all because I deserve it, because I have deprived myself for so long. So it's just food for thought. It's just what I've been thinking about ever since I listened to Fluffy, because I thought, you know, I so much wanted to be in the 20s. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But am I comfortable in my skin? And most of the time I am. But there's a couple of times where I think, what if I just go in there and step on it one time and just see what it is? So I have to get off of the roller coaster. And I know that for some of you, I'm sure it makes no sense whatsoever. You think, oh my gosh, how, and I thought that, how, do we do all of this and not weigh? I mean, I've heard Donna Fredericks, that Giving It My All. I've heard her talk about it. I've heard different people talk about it. But it's like, how do you trust? I remember Giving It My All saying, you know, I just step on the scale every, 3 months or 6 months, whatever, just for the giggle and just to see, you know what, I have not changed very much. So, it's just food for thought. It just mills through my mind. So I'm going to go for now. You know what? I hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And I love Miss Andy's hat or glasses. That was cute, but I don't have stuff like that. But I work tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then I work again on Monday and I work like 10 to 6 tomorrow, 1 to 9. So anyway, I am going to go. I love you girls, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.